No, this is Mr. Hornsby 83, and getting ready to do my payback review of the matches I seen last night. Because I was at Kings Island most of the day, so I only seen like 3 matches. So that won't take me long. Then I'm going to get into my draft reaction. All the announcements and that, I'll hold off till the end for those. But right now, let's get into the payback review, which was last night. By the time I got home, I had missed out on the Sheamus Cesaro heel turn on the Hardys. I also missed out on my girl Alexa Bliss winning the Raw Women's title, which now she's the only woman to be the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. So a lot of people probably thought Charlotte was going to get that designation, which I wouldn't be surprised because of who her father is, but they gave it to Alexa Bliss. Therefore, I guess making her a big name star. But anyway, let's get to the review real quick. So, I got home in time to see the match I wanted to see the most on this card, which was the House of Horrors match. I didn't give a crap about any other matches, I just wanted to see the House of Horrors. And the first part of the match was pretty good. It was pretty interesting, and it was something different. Something we haven't seen in a while on WWE TV anyway. Second half had so much shenanigans going on toward the end of it with the Bollywood boys coming in and Ginger smacking Orton with the title, which eventually led to Bray winning. I think the second half of the match kind of weighed down the first half, which still in the end Bray got the win, and what we seen tonight looks like it's gonna head into the feud with Balor. So then we got the Seth Rollins Samoa Joe match. This match, I think, wasn't as good as all of us was expecting. It was still pretty good. It was a good enough match to pique interest. In the end, Rollins wins with a roll-up win. It wasn't that, but he didn't decisively beat Joe, and then he didn't. At least they didn't make Joe look weak. It was just like a fluky-looking win. And I guess the next match it'll be Samoa Joe winning, because after the Intercontinental title match was cost by Joe to Rollins just a moment ago on Raw. Also, Bray Wyatt cost Finn Balor the match. Miz won. I'll talk about that in a later wrestling video. Then we got the main event, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns. This match was pretty good. It was, I'd say, close to probably as good as the match they had at Fastlane. Braun Strowman won this time, and then he just destroyed Roman at the end. But then afterwards, they did the thing with the post-show right before Raw Talk, where Roman's walking back after Strowman threw him on the steps and freaking threw the steps on his ribs. Threw him on the steps ribs first, and then threw him on the ribs, and then threw the steps on his ribs. And apparently, he was getting ready to get in the ambulance. Braun said, "I'm not finished with you yet." Comes running at him. Roman moves. Braun runs into the door, knocks the ambulance door off, and then runs into a bunch of boxes. And then, I guess Roman slammed the frickin'. See, I didn't watch the special afterwards. After the pay-per-view was over, I turned it off. So, but at least Strowman won, despite what happened on the post-show. So I'm sure he's the next contender for the Universal title, unless they do some kind of triple threat at Great Balls of Fire. And I'll get into that freaking pay-per-view name at another wrestling video. So now to the draft special. I'm gonna run through all the teams and how I thought they did with drafting this year. And I'm going to start with Cleveland. I think it was a big mistake by Cleveland not to take one of the first round quarterbacks, but you never know. I believe they did take one in one of the later rounds. I think it was round 2. I also said they should have got receiver. I was way off on my predictions. I don't know how many JC got right. I forgot which all ones he picked. But I know I was way off on mine. But overall, though, I think Cleveland did pretty good for themselves. I think they got what they needed. I think they have possibly have a chance to compete in the NFC North this year. But with what Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and Baltimore did, you never know. So then next up was 49ers. Just right here, I had it pretty much shoot in that they were going with the quarterback. That was not the case. They didn't go quarterback. In fact, they traded back one with the Bears, and the Bears went quarterback, which I think was a very smart move by the Bears because that's all they really need. I think their defense is going to be pretty stout, and I think they could have a chance to compete in the NFC North and give Green Bay a run for their money. Just depends on who they got starting at quarterback and what they're going to do. Now, next up was the 49ers. I was like, here, all right, they're going to go back-to-back quarterback. I think they went middle linebacker, and I thought that was not a good idea. But overall, like with the Browns, they did freaking do what they did get what they. Excuse me, sorry about that. They did get what they needed to build this team back up and possibly get their defense back to what it was a few years ago. And really possibly be back in the playoffs. Now, next up, I think it was the Rams that picked. Yeah, I think Rams picked. I forgot if they went tight end or receiver. I think they might have been running. No, they didn't go running. There's tight end or receiver for the first round. But again, the Rams, they had a pretty decent. Well, they did all right with their draft. There were some things I thought they could have got that they needed more in the earlier rounds, but they did get them in the later rounds. Then let's see. Well, I'm not gonna go through every single team word for word. I'll just go for the ones that I felt did overall pretty good in the draft. So I'm gonna jump to San Diego. I think San Diego knows they need to get some weapons for Phillip Rivers. They did that. They need to build this team back up to get back to where they were several years ago, because it's been a while since the Chargers have been in the playoffs. I mean, I think last time they were in the playoffs, they were like, I think it was like 2008. It might have been afterward, but I don't recall them in there after. So I think they did a pretty good job overall. And of course, all the teams in my division got better and improved, especially Houston. They went with quarterback. I was dreading, well, it's a short quarterback, so we got that going for us. But the guy seems to be a pretty good one. But he is shorter. We got a big defense. Tennessee has a big defense. Let's see how he can handle these big defenses in our division. But I don't even know how our defense is going to look this year. I have hope. I'm getting ready to get to my Colts here in a second. Tennessee, Jacksonville, and Houston all did all right. Let's see. Now I'm going to go to my Colts. I was bedazzled with the first round pick. I'm like, huh, what? They went safety, Malik Hooker, and according to Mike Mayock, who, that drastically improved their freaking secondary, and I'm thinking, okay, that's fine. But what was the point in having Butler change the safety if you were just going to get a safety in the first round? I was looking for maybe defensive end, maybe offensive tackle, possibly corner first round. Actually, in fact, in my predictions, I said it was going to be cornerback, but it ended up being safety. We got cornerback in the second round, outside linebacker third. And, overall, I think we did good, and I think we're going to be better than 8-8 this year. In fact, I think we can win this division, even though our division might be tougher this year. I thought that last year, but I'm for sure it's going to be tougher this year. But, I think we're going to get ourselves back in the playoffs and win that division back. Especially with some of the picks we took. Also, David Perry, you might as well be looking for a new team because your days as a Colts defensive tackle is over. And I'll get into that in another video. Cincinnati, I think, did pretty well for themselves. I wouldn't say they did great, but they did good enough. Giants did pretty well. Actually, I think the Giants actually vastly improved their team, them and Dallas. Philadelphia, on the other hand, I don't know about them. Washington, they might have improved themselves too, but Philadelphia, I'm not too sure. Alright, let's see. What other teams? Patriots, when they finally picked, they made some, I guess you say, some pretty decent picks. Pittsburgh, I felt like they needed a better pass rushing outside linebacker because their pass rushing outside linebacker, they don't have a pass rushing outside linebacker. These guys are run stuffing outside linebackers that the Steelers have. Which, isn't a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either because you got to freaking get pressure. And look what happened to them in the AFC Championship against the Patriots. They freaking got obliterated. So let's see. Seattle, they did alright. What's wrong? Bears, the only thing they did well was the quarterback. But like I said, I think their defense will be stopped this year. Tampa, I was not impressed with what they did this year. I think they did a poor job. Now, yeah, they got some good weapons on offense. I think they did pretty good there. Same with Carolina. Other than the good offensive weapons they got, I don't think they did too well either. Atlanta, I think, really wants to continue being on top of that division because they did pretty well. So did the Saints. The Jets, I don't know. The Jets are what they are. Buffalo, same here. I don't know. They are what they are. So. Denver, I wasn't really too impressed with Denver's draft this year. I think their draft was pretty weak this year. Kansas City, I think they did a lot to improve. San Diego did a lot. Oakland did pretty well. They're going to be Vegas soon, but Oakland did pretty well drafting. Let's see, who else? I think I've almost covered all the teams, I think. Yeah, who the heck? Well, no, I didn't talk about the Cardinals or... Oh, yeah, I said the Rams, but I didn't talk about the Cardinals. Cardinals, I wasn't too impressed with Cardinals either. They made some decent moves, but I don't think they made really good moves. So, let's see. I think that's it now. I've addressed every team just about. Yeah. Minnesota, wasn't too impressed with them. Or, who's the other team in the NFC North? So, got Green Bay, Bears, Minnesota. Oh yeah, the Lions, I wasn't too impressed with Lions either. I thought they'd do better drafting than what they did, but then again, I don't know what's going on there. But, yeah, that's about it for my draft reaction. Wait. Now to the announcements. First off, about the Collabo channel. First off, let me clear this right out of the way because I don't know if anybody read the description I put in the vlog the other day. I will still do videos on this channel. Individual videos of just me doing it. The Collabo channel is a way for me to, work with my brother, work with my friend Matt, work with, my cousin Brandon more, work with JC more. We just got to get a schedule to where we can all get together, do the videos together, and that. Also, details on it is, it's pretty much going to be a debate. We're going to be doing some debates. We're going to be debating restaurants, movies, music, anime, cartoons, whatever, else there is to debate about. let's see. And let's see what else. Alright, Joe, don't freaking do that. I don't like when you do that to me on these videos. Shit, I forgot what else. Also, I got another announcement about my Sunday videos. That's gonna be the day that I'm gonna make that review day. Sunday's gonna be my straight up review days. Not only review days, top 10 days, and I'm going to start out, I don't know if I'll do it this Sunday or next Sunday. I might be working a carnival with my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, Jimmy. So I might be starting it next Sunday, but I'm going to do the Toonami lineup that I stay up to watch. I'm not going to do, like, toward the end of I'm going to watch the shows that I first watch when it first starts, which will be like 5. What are you doing? Oh. So that's going to be what I'm going to be doing. And I don't think I have any more announcements. Oh yeah, I got one more. Wednesday, but this isn't going to happen until summer vacation, until I finish this last day of school, which will be this Thursday. Wednesday is going to be my day where I review Raw and SmackDown together. And alright, now I can sign out. But that'll do it for everything. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more. If I get to 100 subscribers, I will do my first ever live stream on this channel. So I'm also thinking about starting, like, trying to pick a day to where I do Q&As. And, where I do Q&As and that. Follow me on my Facebook fan page, Mr. Hornsby, do topics, do rent reviews, Facebook Lives. I haven't done rent reviews in a while. I'll start that back up soon. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Hornsby83, and peace out.